What's good? It's your boy Dope. Welcome back to the channel.
Lord
So
Jesus
before
Christ
we
be
get too
praised.
deep into this, I just want to say for whatever reason,
I'm
it did
Henry.
not pick up
I've got
my
pressing news for
in-game
Lord Rutland.
audio.
Take me to him.
Well, me
He's
speaking,
expecting me.
well,
Ah,
commentary. I
Henry?
mean,
Yes,
let's call it what
yes.
it is. It was
So of
commentary. It
course
didn't
I
pick up my
met you.
in-game
I'll
commentary.
let you in.
Don't really know why. I
Shimek
might have had my mic
take me to
muted.
the
I don't think
Lord.
I did,
I
but
hope
whatever
you'll
the case
find
may
time
be,
to listen to
I'll
what
be
you hear.
chiming in here and there
You're
in
not the
between bits, as
first to
well
come
as
here
this one
today,
will be a
so
lot more chopped up because we did end up getting into a stealth section that took me a
We're
little while
here,
to maneuver, so
but
on and
you'll have
so
to
forth.
wait a while.
But enjoy the
As you
talking
can
in
see,
between
Lord
because that's
Ringard has an
basically a
important
lot of what this
visitor,
episode is going
and
to
his
be.
ships haven't
If you
finished
don't
yet.
want to hear it, go ahead and
I understand.
drop that like, drop a comment for me. Helps my interaction, keeps
And
pushing
what
me out to the
now,
algorithm and
Martin?
helping more people see
Did
me.
you speak to
As you can
General
see,
Mars?
we are
Will he
growing
support us?
steadily. It's taking a little bit more time, but
What?
we are steadily
I made
growing.
a lot of
And
talk
once
to
we hit 200, I
Sigismund,
can do
and
another
now he's
giveaway
stuck with
and
her.
give back to the people. Um,
Sakra.
but yeah, check the
Be
timestamps. I will
scared.
do
As soon
intermediate
as he
timestamps
does
like I usually
anything to
do.
upset
That way
you,
you can skip through the talking
Sigismund will
bits.
denounce him as a
It'll kind of tell you about
remnant
the story,
right
and then
of the dead.
in between the video,
Damn
like
it.
in little gaps or whatever, you'll
He's
hear me
always
talking,
counting
to
groschen
kind
ain't
of
left room for
buff
a
you up to what's
grain of
going on, so on and
common
so forth.
sense in that
So
head
yeah.
of his.
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There is no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other counselors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholding to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about ending up, forgive me, friends, like you and Peter of Pisek.
Christ above! That's exactly what Sigismund wants. To divide us. To paralyze us with fear.
Divide et impera. God knows, that ginger fox is a master of dividing and conquering.
You are absolutely correct, my lady. Especially when everyone can see your problems. I've heard that Mintmaster Vavak is still putting pressure on you.
The devil take that bastard! He had the gall to blackmail me in my own home.
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Odorin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Gunsley,
Shimek? What's going on?
Min Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now?
Let him come. He'll be surprised what I've got on him.
Henry's right. If he helps us again like last time, we have nothing to fear.
I agree. Let Vavar come. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth a dozen armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
but quickly. And then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What? I'm going with you.
No. So go to your room. Take your precious crossbow. And if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vavak's whoresons who stick their noses through the door. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family. Don't forget that.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above us.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only your fortress, but also your honor and status.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please, just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words. Sir, only, considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
The word is you're in league with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett. Together, you've been falsifying the mining records. 1/10 of the silver ingots disappears from the records and ends up in your pockets. That's a capital crime. The king won't let you get away with that, whether Sigismund or Wenceslas.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Ha! Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mint Master again? And with nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones, that prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books. Or do you actually have them on you?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are safely stashed away out of your reach.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Hermes Trismegistos silver skimming business.
So, do you want to chance your luck? Or come to an agreement?
Captain,
Sir,
this matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requests.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner's far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master. Wait! We got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right. So don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunslin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our Mint Master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Master strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oof. I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in her room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask her. Thank you very much, Sir Kunslin.
I'm glad you helped us.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But how...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
A wayside shrine?
Never mind. It's a big white column. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one. And again, follow the direct... That should lead you to a small clearing, marked... You dig there, and you should get to the...
That's a really cunning solution. No random...
That was exactly my intention when I thought it up. I think you're no fool. And that's not all. Getting into the castle is the easy part.
You're right. Horses will be needed.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, and even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay...
You got it well figured out. Thanks. Don't know how I managed without you.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friend...
Would you like to come with me?
Would you seriously want me there? What if something were to go wrong?
Well, you wouldn't be a burden to me. Quite the opposite. I've already seen you know how to take care of yourself.
Thank you, but I can't go nevertheless. That's why I would like to ask you for one, but you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone.
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at Malashov...
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, but if you're going there now...
What would you like?
What's new here at
Nothing much. If you're looking for a job...
The Ruthard sent me.
What's that to do with me? Those days when Ruthard was the Lord of Malashov, I don't want to have anything more to do with him. So
He sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses for your family. As the two of you agreed.
Sakura. Nobody knows about that but him.
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from them, and this isn't a trick.
Well, that changes things. Sorry for being a bit hostile-like. The times are tough. Good to hear that Sir Kunzlin still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and thank him for...
Sure.
So, tell me, what...
I've got to get into Malashov.
What, all alone? Maybe I should...
Don't worry. I'll figure it out. Lord Ruthard told me about what I need from you is to get a fresh horse ready for my friend.
Well, you sure ain't lacking in courage. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're from somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the shit if things go...
Of course. The last thing I want is to endanger you unless... And the Ruthards promised to pay for the horse if it comes...
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently, there's been wolves and...
Thanks. I'm obliged to you.
Tell me more about this secret passage. They say there's one here somewhere.
That passage is secret for a reason. The less you know about it, the better.
Herregott, I'm to risk my farm, and maybe even my life for you, and you won't...
You're right. I don't know exactly where it is yet. Rosa told me that I should look. It's supposed to be bloody well hidden. So
That sounds clever. Sir Kunzlin banned cutting down trees some time ago in the forest alongside the path next to the stream. Maybe that had something to do with it. If you need any equipment, you can take what you want from the barn. And I'm sure you'll also need some torches in there.
Don't worry.
Hey, now that I think about it, I don't know what you'll find there or how prepared you are for it, but you shared a secret with me, so I can tell you a few. I know it well, and I've done more things than you might
Thanks, Hashtal. I'll consider it.
Well, apart from praying, I reckon I've already. I wish you the best of luck.
So in this section,
This
I was
must be the
actually
chapel
actively
Rosa was talking
tracking
about.
to where the
I'm
secret
supposed to
passage
look through
was.
its arch
I
for some
did get a
old
little
ruins.
lost.
Right,
I was trying to
let's
recall
see.
what she told me. Luckily, the game kept me up to date, but it told me to look through the peak and find the ruins. So we did that, which brought us to the ruins, so to speak. I ain't gonna lie, I had a dumb moment. I was sitting here for about 2 minutes looking around the walls and everything because it told me to look for a stone cross that's gonna be
The
on the
chapel
building.
directed me here. There's no doubt
Now,
about that.
give
So
it a
somewhere
second.
around
Like I
here,
said, I
I
chopped
have to
it. This is
find a
where the
stone
chopping is gonna
cross,
start because this
and
took
then
me a
go in the
minute.
direction the top
They
is
told me
pointing.
to find a stone cross on the building. Okay, look, look. I want y'all to look what they was talking about, right? So I look down. Is this stone cross on the building? Because I don't see that it is. Anyway, I finally found it what it was. It told me to go into the direction of basically follow the cross. So wherever the cross is pointing, that's where I go, so on and so forth. So we ended up doing this a couple times, and I'll let this part fully play out and flush out, so y'all can see me on the way of finding like the hidden path itself. And then once we get to, well, it shouldn't take that long, honestly. I pretty much ran straight here. I did ping pong after I followed it. Like I said, you just it points you at the cross. You figure out where its point is, and then you go straight. Now, this final cross, if you're playing the game, spoiler warning. If you're not, well then this is gonna be information for y'all. Anyway, this cross right here, you have to dig in front of it with a spade or the shovel. I didn't know that at first, so I ended up trying to find where it was pointed at and ended up running back and forth for like 5 minutes. Anyway, we finally figured it out. This next cut is just me showing you us digging it up and then running through the tunnel space for a couple, a little while. Obviously, I'm not going to show that complete running process in the video because I was running through the passage for like maybe
Tough
2 minutes,
job,
30
but
seconds,
it was
something like
worth
that.
it.
It won't that long.
The way to Malashov
But
is clear.
this was a secret passage that I was supposed to find in order to get into Malakov. And then I'll do another cut here. Boom. This is the
Could it be
door.
another of the
And then
Ruthards'
shortly
tricks?
after I get to
But
the
if this
top, it's
beam
going to
was
end up
dropped
being a
onto those
cutscene.
police, I want to break
Which
through in a
obviously
hurry.
I
And
won't
reckon
be
with
here for that.
this,
I'll shut my
any
mouth so y'all can see the
defenders could hold off
cutscene,
their
how it's fleshed
pursuers
out,
for
so on
quite
and
some
so forth.
time.
And then
This
we're
will
going
come
to
in
end up
handy on the way
entering the
back.
stealth
This looks like it
section
could be
or
the wall of
stealth
the
bit, so on
Malashov
and so
cellars.
forth.
There's no
So
going
I will
back.
talk with y'all
This is
in a
it.
couple minutes
All right,
after
then.
the cutscene is
Courage,
done,
Henry.
give y'all another
Courage.
update, and
You
then
can do this.
let the rest of the video play out.
This is going to take a while.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto? Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas. Clear the way for him to the imperial throne and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, his Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damn truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund. And now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Capon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Who? Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. You better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
So at this point, as I've just seen, we infiltrated the fortress, so on and so speak. And the goal was to break Hans Capon or Lord Capon out without alerting any of the guards. So this was our, like, you know, my stealth section. At first, I was running back and forth trying to figure out, one, if my armor... So I have 100% noise on because of the armor I have on, which also increases my sight a little bit. If I'm in the light, as you can see, he quickly started picking me up. So I was like, all right, I can't go that way, so let's retrack. So I ended up going through this way. Like I said, there will be a lot more cuts in this part because I'm not going to show y'all the entire process of me walking through the fortress, pickpocketing the guards, and like the chests and stuff around here. Because obviously, like y'all know, I like to loot. And if it's a chest, I'm gonna grab it. If it's a body, I'm gonna snatch it. But I did end up killing all the guards inside this fortress. Right here, I tried to knock him out, and it literally threw me off the stairs. And then he fell down. I low-key thought he was about to wake up from that. Not gonna lie. I thought I was about to be in some trouble. But I ended up picking him back up, taking him to the top, dropping him off, picking the pockets, you know, getting the gold, so on and so forth. And that's all she wrote. I did end up weaseling my way around the fortress. I'm trying to sneak as best as possible because, like I said, there are guards. Everyone I found, I ended up just killing ahead of time because I didn't want the issue later on. One, because they were moving around and roaming around the fortress, which kind of was annoying for me to sneak around if I got to constantly worry turning my back. So I hit them with that splinter cell treatment. If I seen them, they was done for. Like I said, I showed one of the chests here because, you know, just so y'all can see what I was doing, but the rest of it is just gonna be cut out of it. I end up almost getting spotted a couple times in this video. As you see here, boom, he almost caught me. I opened the door, sneaked through it. I hurry up, close the door because the NPC, if there's a door open in a restricted area that you're not supposed to be in, ironically, it will actually alert the guard and they'll investigate why that door is open, so on and so forth. So they did really good with the AI system in this. If your sneak and like your conspicuous and all that stuff isn't like low, like on the lower side, which is better in this case, then they will see you almost immediately. And then here we did find a Lord Capon, so I'll stop talking and let y'all enjoy the cutscene. I'll be back with y'all.
What is happening? Who are you? Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry.
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Well, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Burgov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique! Very cunning.
And so far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky von Burgov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va!
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but nothing we can't handle.
You can forget about it. I'm not going through any passageway.
What?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation, it is more than delicious.
It's not chivalrous enough for his lordship, eh? Are you kidding me? I'm saving your life if you didn't notice. Or do you think this is some kind of fucking game?
Well, in my opinion...
Fuck your opinions! No! Just no! I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our heads.
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? If I got in that way, we can get out, too. It's completely safe. So stop acting like a madman and let's go.
I can't do it. I'm afraid of small, dark spaces. Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov, and I was stuck under the ruins, I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, Henry. There has to be another way.
What other way? Any other way and they'll be after us. That passageway is the only chance. Get a hold of yourself. You can do this. The bold Lord of Perkstein can't be put off by some hole in the ground.
I'd like to, but it makes me wretched just thinking about it. The stench, the cramped space. It's impossible. I can't do it.
Come on, Hans.
No, I can't handle it.
Enough of this shit. I came for you, and now I'm making the decisions. We go through the passageway.
And I'm telling you, I am not going. I am still your master, so when I tell you that we're not going through any passageway, it'll be as I say. We'll get out of here some other way, even if I have to knock down the main gate myself.
Are you listening to yourself? That's complete idiocy.
Laissez tomber. Monsieur Capon told me it makes him feel not good. After all you went through in Nabokov and Trotsky, we cannot go this way, and we do not have... Did you not say that Van Berg...
Yes.
And what about horses?
I think there's a couple, yeah.
Très bien. That will be... But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far from... Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone. Just like I escaped when... It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either. Time has passed. The fortress is quiet.
That's a wonderful plan. But we need some...
Exactement. To have a... Merci mille fois. Now...
And what do I get? Thanks, Henry.
So, that takes...
I'll go ahead and scout it out. When there's a suitable moment, I'll let you know and you can head...
And how will you let...
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a torch from next to the horses, we'll head towards you.
Agreed.
Good. But you must be absolutely certain that the way is clear. If you...
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your signal...
Précisément.
Right. Got it.
Brabant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
So in this little part, if y'all watched the previous like couple minutes, it's probably like 10-15 minutes ago, but Rose asked me to discover a book. Spoiler warning again. Obviously, I feel like that should be clear, but you know I'm saying it just in case people who are playing the game are also watching me along, even after or before they play the parts, you know, they play. The book is on the second floor in Lord Burgo, I think that was his name, Lord Burgo's room. So it was in that chat or on that little nightstand that you just snag it off, and that's her book. Like I said, I just wanted to show me almost getting caught and also killing, because this part, these were the last two guards. I didn't know that at the time, but I was, you know, being careful because I had to kill all the guards before I got caught. But you see, I grab him, pick him up here, drop him off, take his pockets, and then I go back down. There's probably gonna be like a small little cut again, but I end up going back down. I go to turn the tent to find where the guard went, and lo and behold, boom, he's right there in my face. Now I thought that split second of seeing me would have made him react a little bit harder than it did, but luckily it didn't. I pick him up, sliced him up, took his pockets, took the chest, and you know, we was basically on our way out of here at that point. Like I said, there isn't too much complexity. I did end up going into... Rest in peace, the dog, first of all. That dog ain't deserve that. He actually was warning them that I was here. But as like I said, I don't know what happened here. I opened the door and it closed on me. But all the people caught up, like all the guards and commanders, I killed all of them. But I put to sleep all like the cooks and stuff like that, because there were a couple in here.
Waiters are here.
But after you clear out the fortress
Soon
and
as
make sure
it's
the path
safe,
is clear, you
I
have to
should
hold a
get
torch
Capon to
out in
send
order
me.
to alert
Well, that's that.
Capon as he told us to
Now I
do.
just need to wait for
So in this
Capon.
section, I ain't doing it.
Lord
I hold
Jesus
it. I
Christ,
was
stand
holding the
by
torch
our
up so he
side.
could, hurry his ass up. I ended up cutting it because it did take him a little minute to finally run out the building and then, run down the stairs, so on and so forth. And then he had the audacity to tell me to go open the gate. Keep in mind, we could have been out of here already if he would have just took the tunnel. If y'all seen that cutscene, if y'all didn't, let's just say he was cowardly after our little incident with getting shot by the cannon. The boy don't want to do nothing with the crevices or nothing. But anyway, open the gate, and as y'all know, we out of there real clean. Like, the next thing, once we actually get out itself, it's mainly I'm probably gonna show them talking for a little minute, but nothing important happened. I probably ended up cutting out most of that ride anyway, because like I said, it wasn't really important. It was kind of just small talk for like the player to, kind of bypass the time as you're riding to, wherever you're riding off to.
I must admit,
So
mes
yeah.
amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France. Oui, monsieur, was surely brave, and fortune favors the brave. Free at last!
Thank you for
So
coming to me,
again, like I
Henry.
was just saying
You're a
previously,
great friend.
this is the riding section. Like I
Just like you
said,
wished for.
it's not gonna
After
I'm not
today,
gonna leave
you
that
may
much of it in the
also
clip because
count
like I
me
only
among
have
your
like a
friends.
60-minute
I,
window I can upload
Vauclin
stuff on.
Brabant,
So a
chevalier,
lot of like
aventurier
the
et voyageur.
intense stealth
I'm at your
sections
service,
and
mon brave
the
homme.
riding
And
aspects,
I have an
this is
excellent
kind of the reason why
idea.
I'm
In
cutting
your
all this stuff out
honor,
the video.
I
One,
shall name my
because
new
the
horse
entire
after you.
clip of this section was probably about
Pleased to meet you, Sir
80
Vacula.
minutes.
My name is
Or an hour and
Vauclin.
20 minutes or whatever the case may
Vacula.
be. Basically, it was over the 60-minute threshold that I can actually upload on. Which, if you've been watching me, I kind of already explained this. But for all the new people, and there's a lot more of y'all now, this is
Would you
why
mind if
I
I just
cut
call you Brabant?
unimportant quote-unquote parts and stuff out the video and chop where I can,
Brabant?
as
Que
long
peut-on
to
y
keep it
faire?
under that 60-minute
It will
threshold.
have to do. Do not
As well
concern
as
yourself,
the
mon ami.
long-form content. I know a
Clearly,
lot of
you are
people
Lieutenant in
kind of like to
of
have this like
investigation.
as ear
But
music or
at
whatever
least you have correct.
however you want to call it. But yeah. But this is gonna be the final little section, cutscene wise. So I'll let y'all enjoy that, and then we can do the outro and let y'all get on about y'all way.
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
We... I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Rat-Eye that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Bergov was behaving oddly right from the start. But we had no idea what was behind it. It all came out after we set out with Von Bergov's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So Von Bergov has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka? He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's some impoverished yeoman. But he's handy in a battle, and he helped us when we needed it.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rabosh. Why Rabosh? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Vavak? But he's the Mint Master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from Von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Can we go to Rabosh with you? We could certainly use a drink, a bite to eat, and a comfortable bed.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the city council assembly is a big opportunity. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away, and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it. Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
Take it. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon.
So as y'all can see, everything worked out, but we are coming to the end of the video. I appreciate y'all if y'all watched this far. I apologize for the audio mess up. Couldn't really control it, but I did the best I can to fix it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.